Hello people, my name is Ben, and we're on to week 3 of Ben Beats Game, and the games for this week are going to be
Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Crash Bandicoot 4.
yes, all 3 Crash Bandicoot games. The main trilogy, pretty much the pinnacle of it. Twinsanity was the only good one after it, like, really good one after it. But, of course, classics on the PS1, it's absolutely fantastic. These were some of my favourite games as a kid. It was actually quite a long time before I got something that wasn't Crash Team Racing. Me and my sister would play Crash Team Racing a lot, and that was really fun. But it took us ages to get Crash Bandicoot 2, and then I think we got 1 one day, and then we got 3. And I still think, even to this day, that 3 is the best. Some argue that 2 is. I think that 3 is definitely the pinnacle of Crash Bandicoot. And yeah, I can't wait to revisit them. I really can't, and it's going to be fantastic because these were just immensely fun games and immensely challenging. I'm really worried because I've never beaten Crash Bandicoot 1 because that game, fuck that game, it was really difficult, especially considering they didn't have the analog sticks implemented at that point. So even if you had something with analog sticks, you couldn't really use them, and it was really annoying. Maybe you could in some way, but I remember it playing with the D-pad, and that was the main problem with it. It wasn't until 2 that they implemented analog sticks and control, and also the game was just kind of a dick anyway. The only way you could save was by getting bonus stages, which was kind of random and very difficult to do in the first place. So it was very random whether you would be able to save or not. And because I'm playing this obviously on an emulator, I own all 3 games, and I might get them on the PS3 thing at some point. But even if I did buy them on PS3, you know, HDPC protection screws me over, so I can't capture it just from the PS3, so that's unfortunate. But that's why I'm playing them on an emulator, and also that means that I can save state on the menus, as in on the map screen, for Crash Bandicoot 1, and then I won't get as screwed over, and that's mainly so you guys don't have to watch me replay the same few levels over and over. The ones that stuck in my mind, and I think pretty much stopped me from completing the game entirely, there was 2 really difficult levels in a row, and that was when the game got incredibly difficult overall. But it was like a dark Egyptian temple one, and then a fucking road to nowhere, I believe the level was called, which is just one long bridge with like bits falling off, really precise jumps, slippery boards at parts, and it was just the most infuriating thing I had ever played. At least at that point in time. And despite all that, they are amazing games. All 3 of them. And Crash Bandicoot 1 is definitely the least greatest, but it's still really good, and I still can't wait to just take a trip through memory lane. As you can see from the gameplay at the moment, I'm really out of it. Also, playing with a 360 pad feels very weird. The controls feel a bit too sensitive. I think I'm going to have to try and get my PS3 controller to finally work with my PC, and that will make things much easier because they'll feel normal. And I hope the emulator just doesn't screw me over in that sense and just make everything feel way more sensitive than it actually is. It shouldn't, and I'll hopefully be playing much better than I am in this current video. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of silly things that should not be happening. So I'll probably be playing every single day. So it won't be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. It'll probably be Monday to Saturday, I would think. This is because I have a lot of free time this week. Mock week has already been done, but we're still on exam timetables, which has given me a lot of free time because they give you a lot of free time to, revise and stuff. But it's like, well, I've already got all of mine done and out of the way in the past week. It went fairly well, pretty much as well as it could have. I think I did rather well, and we'll see what the results are next week. I might talk about them on stream. If you guys are interested in my academic skills, I'm sure none of you are, but either way, 3 games next week. In fact, 4. Because on Tuesday, The Wolf Among Us Episode 2 finally comes out. So the game for Tuesday is The Wolf Among Us Episode 2. Can't freaking wait for that. That is going to be fantastic. Yeah, I've already played the first one. In fact, I'm pretty sure I played through episode 1 on stream, or at least the start of it. And now episode 2 is finally out after like 3-4 months. I'm pretty sure it's been 4 months. A little bit crazy. Don't do that again, Telltale. Please, please. Also, don't do that for The Walking Dead, because I love both series so much. So Tuesday is going to be that. But then all the other days should be Crash Bandicoot, and then if we get it done quick enough, we should be able to play some Crash Team Racing as well. Might have the other Ben. If you've been to the streams, then you know him from in the chat. Other Ben will be here showing off his mad skills and hacks and tricks, little glitches and exploits that he can do because he's so pro at it. He'll be doing that, and that'll be very interesting to watch me get my ass kicked. I'll search up some of them myself and hope that I can do something rather than being 30 seconds behind him on every single round, but we'll see. So that'll probably be on Saturday, if that does happen, and that'll be good. So yeah, I hope you guys will join me. Of course, follow me on Twitter or on Twitch. That's the best way to see whenever I go live. On Twitter, of course, I say going live in an hour usually, and we'll probably be going live at about like 6:30 or so on the Tuesday. Normal time tends to be about 5 or 6, or no, 5, 6 or 7, usually 6 or 7. I'm trying to stick to a 6 PM show, but it's going to be 6:30 on the Tuesday because I need to actually download the damn episode first. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming to the streams. Thank you for following on Twitch. I love you if you talk in chat. I love you if you just watch. If you're just watching this, I love you. Stay positive, everyone, and goodbye.
Press start to begin.